Hey, house guests, welcome to today's Big Brother 25 updates and spoilers. Happy Monday. What a crazy weekend it was in the Big Brother house. Our house guests of the day are Matthew Morellas and Janelle Kay. Thank you both so much for the support. We could not do this without you, and we appreciate it so, so much. So thank you again. And if you guys want to be house guests of the day, check out our Patreon link in the info box below. We still have like weeks to go left in the season, and I'm realizing that I should not have doubled up on house guests of the day because we're gonna be coming up quite short. There are way more people leaving super chats nowadays instead of Patreon, which is totally cool. We appreciate it so much. But like, if you want to be house guest of the day, we got plenty of slots open. And before we get going, I also want to thank our super chatters from the other day because that's another fantastic way to support our channel. So Jody Cortez, Anita Starr, Connor Benson, Valerie Newton, and Jack D65. Thank you all so much for your super chats. All right. We have a lot to talk about here. A lot. When we left off, Felicia and Mimi are up on the block. Felicia was Cameron's target, and there was a lot of tension between these two. There was countergate. Felicia was telling Cameron to get his ass off the counter. Do you do that at home? He's like, no. And she's like, yeah. Or wait, he said yes. And she said, most people don't do that. Drama. When we left off, the power veto competition was in progress. And remember, it was an Exorcist movie tie-in this week. The players, we've got Cameron, Felicia, Mimi, and then the three extras, Matt, America, and Blue. So this was a long one. The feeds were down for like 6.5 hours because it was individually timed, and the max out time was 1 hour. So it was a long one. It was in the same place that they had the Path to Power competition. And from what the house guests have said, it was like a haunted house setup with multiple rooms, and you had to find certain objects in the dark while Big Brother was trying to scare you. Not a haunted house. I would pee my pants. I think there was even a safe word that you could say if you wanted to, if you wanted out, if you couldn't handle it. Yikes. Well, guess what? This should be no surprise. Cameron won the power veto and the screening of the movie. So now the question is Cameron going to make a big move with this power veto, or is he going to leave nominations the same? Right? Why didn't they do that POV for Scary Week? Very strange. I don't know. I guess it was probably something to do with like the movie coming out. They wanted it to be as close to the release date as possible, probably. And I just don't know why last week's twist had to be from Scary Week. Couldn't it have been from like Scramble Week or something? I feel like you could have worked it into any week, right? Scramble Week would have made sense because you could have like changed the headlines and said like Jared and Cameron not evicted. But no, it was Scary Week and then this bonus, which is not actually a part of Scary Week. Sure. All right. So after the competition, people were wasting no time telling Mimi that she's safe this week. Blue and Jag both checked in with her separately and let her know you're not going anywhere this week. We love you. You should have the votes to stay against Felicia. You're good. All good. So Mimi, she's feeling kind of disappointed in herself that she couldn't secure the win and pull herself off the block. It sounds like she did well, perhaps even second place, but she had some mistakes, right? And she couldn't beat Cameron. Felicia, on the other hand, did not do well. She's getting all fired up after this POV. A few people were discussing the competition and talking about how scary it was and how dark it was. They couldn't see. And Felicia is sitting off to the side by herself and telling the cameras lies, lies, lies. That competition was not scary and it was not that dark. Yes, it was dark, but it wasn't that dark. She says these people are just scaredy cats. She also mentions how she really messed up during the comp because apparently she went back into one of the rooms that she had already cleared by accident. So she lost a lot of time there. She says that was really her downfall in the competition. And she feels like this was her veto to win. She had a chance and she blew it. And she figures this is probably going to be my time to go because I couldn't pull this off. So then Felicia's talking to Sari in the dining area. And Felicia says, Cameron is probably going to take Bowie all the way to the end, right? She's done nothing so far this season. He's going to drag her to the end. And all he's going to do when he gets to the end is talk about how he had to battle his way back because everybody was against him. Ooh, I mean, I could definitely see that. She says he has no personality. He's such a follower. And I just sit back and I watch him and I wonder, and he wonders why he didn't naturally connect. She says his only connection with people is being HOH. That's what keeps people in the room with him. And she says when he's not HOH, they don't stay in the room with him. And then as soon as he wins HOH, they're back in the room with him. I mean, we've seen it happen, right? Once Cameron has power, everybody flocks to him. Once he does not have power anymore, suddenly he's not as popular. Felicia says to the cameras, I hope you all are catching all of this. She says, Cameron ain't no damn player. He is not a master player. He has no personality. He has nothing. And this really sounds like a Real Housewives rant. She says, he does not draw people to him. The only thing that he has in this game is his ability to win competitions. His social game is pretty abysmal. She says, half of these guys aren't even playing hard in the comps because they don't want to win it. They don't want to show their hand. They don't want to piss anyone off by making moves. Yeah, I could see that. I mean, honestly, she kind of read Cameron for filth. But the feed's cut off mid-rant. We don't get to hear the rest of that. And then a few minutes later, Matt, Jag, and Mimi are now in the kitchen with Felicia and Cirie. And Felicia's saying she wants one of the four of them to win this game. And then Cameron walks in, and it's completely silent and super awkward. There were so many awkward silences and cringeworthy moments over this past weekend. Yeah. Yikes. A few minutes after that, Mimi and Felicia are chatting in the comics bedroom, and Felicia is continuing to rant about Cameron, saying Cameron's got to go next week or else he's going to win this whole thing. She's not wrong. If he gets close enough to the end, he's just going to win out, right? And then people are going to have to vote for him. She says Mimi, Jag, Matt, and Cirie, the four of them need to work together, right? She was just saying she wants one of them to win. She says the four of them need to work together to take Cameron out. And Felicia's wondering, are Jag and Matt just going to go and report what she was saying back to Cameron? Probably. She says she doesn't care. She will say it right to Cameron's face. She gives no F's at this point. She says Cameron has no people skills. She cannot stand him, and he will never walk his ass through her front door like in real life. She doesn't want him coming to visit her. Well, so then Felicia starts planning out the rest of Mimi's game. And honestly, Felicia's probably not the best person to get game advice from. She does not have a great read on the situation right now. I mean, yes, read Cameron for filth. Hundo P, absolutely. But then, okay, so first of all, okay, I can get down with this part. She's like, you need to take out Cameron next. Of course, that's a given, right? He's got to go. Whenever they get the chance to take him out, they have to do it. Then she says, take out Corey, then America, and then Bowie Jane. And she tells Mimi, Matt should be your number one. I mean, first of all this is easier said than done. Secondly, Matt is already way closer to so many people. He's got like nothing going with Mimi. He's close to so many people, including Jag, his actual number one. And you're telling Mimi to go to the end with him? She's saying go to the final four with Matt, Jag, and Cirie. And again, this would be terrible for Mimi. Why would she go to the end with two strong competitors who are extremely loyal to each other? It just doesn't make sense to me. Anyway, meanwhile, Corey is trying to work on his relationship with Blue because he knows that she wants him out, right? So he knows he's got to try and smooth things over here just in case Blue was to win HOH next week. So they're chatting out on the hammock. And Corey is trying to push like, oh, I'm so into the 5 we have. I'm all about working with them. So he's referring to himself, America, Matt, Jag, and Blue, that 5. And Corey is saying, I wouldn't put any of you guys up if I won HOH. And he's pushing like, we need to meet as a 5. We all need to meet as a 5, blah, blah, blah. So then Corey's asking for next week, should we even bother trying to backdoor Cameron? Because there's a good chance that he's going to get to play for the power veto anyway. So maybe it's just better to put him up on the block straight up. Corey, Corey has gotten way too comfortable here. Why are you saying stuff like this to Blue? To Blue, Cameron is both the HOH and the POV holder. This is not a conversation that you have about the HOH and the POV holder before the POV ceremony. Because Cameron could just be like, look, I'm putting up Corey, right? Because you know that Blue could easily run this information back to Cameron and get him to put up Corey. And you know Miss Girl is going to do that. But anyway, yeah, they're talking about targeting Cameron next week. And Corey and Blue are both saying that they would put Mimi and Bowie up on the block to set up for the Cameron backdoor move. Because Blue says, I think it is still worth it to try and go for the backdoor move. But they agree if nominations stay the same and it would still be Mimi and Bowie up on the block, they would want to vote Mimi out. I guess they feel like Mimi has a better chance to win competitions. This is all BS. In reality, these two are targeting each other, possibly even before they target Cameron. They want to get each other out, and they're just trying to cover their asses here. All right. So then Felicia continues on her anti-Cameron lecture series. I mean, she's going around all over the place. So she's talking to Jag and Suri in the comics bedroom, and Felicia's telling them, do not, I repeat, do not go to the end with Cameron because he will cut your throat. And she says, don't make any deals with him because he's not going to follow through on them. He is sucking up to people right now because he can't play for HOH next week. So he needs people to look out for him. But once he gets past next week and he wins HOH again, because you know what's going to happen, he's going to slice again. So yeah, Felicia's saying you better take him out next week when you have the opportunity because you might not get that chance again. I mean, even though he's not playing for HOH, there is still the chance that he'll win the veto. So it's not even a guarantee that they'll be able to take him out next week. But she means like if the opportunity arises and he does not win the veto. All right. So then Felicia asks, why'd you guys decide that I'm the one that needs to go this week? She loves to just ask people stuff like that and catch them off guard. But Suri's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. We did not make a decision yet. You just got nominated like yesterday. Like people haven't already decided what they want to do. Come on. But they're all laughing about this. It's very lighthearted in the moment. Sure. Okay. Meanwhile, Matt is in the HOH room with Cameron. And Matt the Rat is spilling what Felicia was saying earlier about how him, Jag, Mimi, and Suri all need to band together to take Cameron out. And how Felicia was saying that she wants one of those four to win this whole thing. So he's spilling, blah, blah, blah. And then this conversation morphs into Cameron talking about wanting to take out Corey. And he calls Corey a cocky mother effer. I will say, Corey is getting quite cocky, getting way too comfortable right now. And Cameron's like, I can do it. I can take him out right now if I want to. Because again, he is the HOH and the POV holder, right? So he could just do whatever. Does it mean he would be guaranteed the votes? No, but probably. So Cameron is really paranoid that Corey is going to work with Blue moving forward. He and Matt have noticed that Corey has been talking to Blue on the hammock for quite a while. They see him going around having one-on-ones with a lot of people, and these one-on-ones usually last a long time. So that's making Cameron very nervous. Cameron is also pissed that Corey and America tried to make that Final Four alliance with Mimi and Felicia. Yeah, he didn't feel good about that. He also doesn't like, again, how comfortable Corey is acting right now. So Cameron floats the idea of using the power veto on Felicia and putting Corey up on the block. Now he says he would only do it if Matt and Jag are on board with it, right? Because he wants this to be a team move. He doesn't want it to be just Cameron being a tyrant and doing whatever he wants. So he must have said, I only want to do this if you guys are on board with it, blah, blah, blah. Like, at least 30 times over the last 2 days or so. So, of course, Matt is on board with this. Hell yeah, he would love to see Corey go this week. So, they're counting up the votes. They would need 4 to pull this off. So, they're figuring the most likely votes would come from Matt, Jag, Bowie, and Blue. But, like, if Jag was on board and this was like a real thing that was happening, they would definitely have enough votes. I'm pretty sure this would be unanimous except for America, right? Of course, Felicia's going to want to keep Mimi. Of course, Cerie's going to want to vote out Corey. She wants to avenge her son, right? So the votes would absolutely be there. But is Jag on board with this? So we'll come back to that. But a little later, Blue chats with Cameron, and Miss Girl is spilling about her hammock chat with Corey. Corey's targeting you. He wants to backdoor you next week. And she's telling Cameron how Corey is rating all of their games on a scale of 1 to 10, like stopwatch. Rob has a podcast style. Oof. It's just making Cameron want to take the shot at Corey even more, right? He doesn't like the cockiness. However, Cameron is acting like the plan is still to leave the nominations the same and take out Felicia. He does not want to be spilling any information to Blue. He does not trust Blue. I mean, she's kind of all over the place, right? So he is not sharing that with her at this time. So then Matt and Jag have a quick check-in in the storage room, and Matt's like, "Hey, Cameron wants to talk to both of us tonight. He brought something up." And Jag's like, "What?" And Matt says, "I want you to find out first from Cameron so that you'll be surprised in the moment because it's ballsy." Okay. That's got to be terrifying to hear, right? So anyway, the fugitives do eventually have their meeting late on Saturday night. It was like after 1 a.m. And Cameron is making his pitch for Corey to go. And honestly, this whole pitch is really just to get Jag on board because Matt is already convinced, even if he doesn't want to admit it in front of Jag. So Cameron, again, of course, is saying, "I'm not going to do anything that we don't all agree with." No, he'll just beat them into submission until they agree. That's what that means. So Cameron says, "I know for a fact that little mother effer is coming after me." And of course, that little mother effer is Corey. He says that brainiac mother effer is going to run this house with his little sidekick, America. And he says, "Yes, I do want Felicia out, of course. But if we take out Corey, the fugitives are going to roll over everyone else here, right? We're just going to plow our way to the end." Yay, so exciting, so much fun. Oh my God. So all that being said, Jag is like, wow. Yeah, I don't think that Corey is targeting you, Cameron. To be fair, I do actually think that Corey's number one target in this moment is Blue, which is crazy, right? He should definitely be going for Cameron, but he is going for Blue over anyone else. He feels okay with Cameron for now. Now, that's not to say that Cameron is not Corey's next target after Blue, but his most immediate target is Blue. So then Cameron talks about how Corey is building an army to come after them, right? He's having all these one-on-one conversations, trying to build bridges with everybody, trying to get relationships going. So Jag brings up, "Okay, I see what you're saying, but if Corey goes, the women are all going to band together against us." When does that ever actually happen? I have to say, too, Matt, who was so gung-ho about Corey leaving, is now agreeing with Jag during this conversation. And he's saying, like, "Yeah, maybe Corey is not so bad after all right now." But Cameron says the women all banding together, that is what's happening anyway, right? And if Corey stays, he's going to be working with those women. So Cameron is arguing also, if Corey goes, we're going to gain favor with Blue and we're going to be able to pull her in because Blue desperately wants Corey to leave, right? So we'll be doing her a favor by making this move. Also, We'll have we'll have Bowie. America will come to us. You think America's really gonna come to you after you take out her showmans? Like, what? Well, I don't think so. Um, but also Blue, even though they would be doing her dirty work for her and taking out Corey, Blue is like super loyal to Suri. So while she might appreciate what they've done, that's not going to make her target other people over them. If Corey were to go, I'm pretty sure Blue would target Cameron next. But anyway, Jag says, my gut is telling me it's too early to take the shot at Corey. He really wants to keep Corey and keep trying to pit Corey and Blue against each other so that they're focused on each other. If either of them were to win HOH, they target each other and not the fugitives. Let them take each other out. So Jag pretty much squashes the Corey backdoor move for now, right? So then after the meeting, Cameron is alone and he says, I can do whatever the F I want. Okay, so do it then. Do it. You won't. He's a lot of talk here. But anyway, let's talk about Sunday, right? That was all Saturday. Now, Sunday morning, first thing in the morning, Suri, Felicia, still in their respective beds. Felicia's asking Suri for her vote this week. And it just makes me think of Housewives when I can't remember who it was exactly, but she was like, you're coming at me like this right now. I haven't even peed yet in the morning. It's a lot. But Suri says keeping Felicia would probably be better for her personal game, but she doesn't think that people are going to want to go against Cameron's wishes. And clearly, Cameron wants Felicia to go this week. Honestly, this was pretty much like a diplomatic way of saying no, right? Like, yeah, I think keeping you would be great for me, but nobody else wants to do it. Sorry. So then Felicia's like, well, I want to win HOH and I want to take Cameron out. And she feels like most people are just a lot of talk, right? And she thinks when it comes down to it, most people would not be willing to stick out their necks and go after Cameron. She doesn't think they'll have the guts to do it, but she says, I will. I'm going to stay. I'm going to win HOH and I'm going to take Cameron out. We'll see. So then Suri and Felicia talk outside a little later. And Felicia is saying she wants Suri to be more vocal about wanting Cameron out, right? It is Felicia's mission to turn everyone against Cameron. Even if she's leaving this week, she wants Cameron to follow her out. So Suri's like, you saw where that got me and Jared, though, right? Jared is gone now. He targeted Cameron and now he's gone. And supposedly I was the next target after Jared. Speaking of Jared, Felicia brings up how Suri was really trying to get those votes for Jared to stay during the double eviction. And she's like, why didn't you have that same fight in you when I was on the block? Like when she was up on the block with Izzy. Ooh, that's awkward because she wanted Izzy to stay. But Suri says, well, everybody told me that they were voting you out. So I just kind of like left it. I stopped talking. And Suri's asking, well, why didn't you vote to save Jared during the double eviction? We could have had the votes. And Felicia's like, well, you and Jared didn't fight to save me. So I didn't fight to save him either. And Suri's like, well, we didn't fight against you, though. I mean, you did. Definitely did. So they rehash stuff for a bit. They go over some old stuff. And then by the end, they're like, I love you. I love you too. Felicia says, we can't let this game separate us. Later on in the day, they promise to never go after each other. We'll see. All right. So then let's see what Corey and America are up to. They're chatting out on the hammock and they're getting a little nervous about Matt and Jag because they've been noticing how much time those two have been spending with Cameron lately. And Corey's like, if they don't come to us and tell us what they've been talking about Cameron, we're probably effed, right? If you're spending that much time with him and you're not reporting back, what's going on there? So Corey is wanting to see, are they going to come and talk to us about it without us initiating the conversation? Or are we going to have to like go and investigate? What's the deal? So Jag and Matt touch base in the HOH room and they're trying to figure out, what do we do? Because they know now that Cameron would like to backdoor Corey. So they're realizing we have a lot to consider here. Jag says, I still think that Felicia has to go. Matt agrees. He says, yeah, Felicia is targeting us. That's not good. But then Jag is playing devil's advocate. He's like, is there any scenario where Corey leaving this week is actually good for our games? Like, what does that look like? So Matt says, if Corey was to leave this week, Cameron would have to leave the following week, right? Everybody's going to be targeting him. And he says, if that happens, we would be the only two guys left. And the girls will band together against us. There's been so much talk about this, and Felicia is the only woman here who has won a competition, like an HOH or a POV, and that was on a competition of chance. But they are so terrified of the women working together. Anyway, yeah, Matt kind of like walks us back a little bit, and he says, you know what, though? Blue would still be rocking with us. I don't think that Blue would take a shot at us just yet. I mean, I don't think that she would take a shot at them while Cameron is still in the mix, but like once Cameron's gone, who knows what she'd do. But they're still thinking, yeah, we should probably just cut Felicia loose this week and then let Corey and Blue go after each other, right? This is what Jag has been pushing hard. So Jag brings up, hey, Corey and America are getting really nervous. They're acting a little bit weird since you and I have been spending so much time with Cameron. So we need to figure out, what do we tell them we were talking about with Cameron? And Jag's like, I guess we can tell them that we were fighting for Corey's effing life, which is true. And yeah, it is true. Like, Jag was really trying to make sure that Cameron is not going to put Corey up on the block. So Jag says all we would have to do this week is tell Cameron yes, and he would put Corey up on the block. So Corey needs to know and understand that we have been fighting for him to stay. We need to make sure he's going to be loyal to us because we've been fighting so hard for him. So Jag is saying he would like Matt to push back against Cameron a bit more and tell Cameron that he wants Corey to stay, right? Because so far in these conversations with all three fugitives, it's really like Jag and Cameron going back and forth about it, and Matt's just like, because he doesn't really want to say what he really wants in front of Jag. But anyway, a little later, Matt chats with Cameron again, and Matt's like, the more I sit on this, the more I like your plan to backdoor Corey. I feel like Jag pushing for Corey to stay makes Matt want him out even more, right? Because Matt sees how hard Jag is fighting for Corey, and Matt is wondering, like, what's going on with these two? Why are they so close? Matt wants Jag all to himself, right? That is his number one. That's his final two. He doesn't want him being so attached to Corey. So Cameron says, okay, cool. Love that you're on board. But again, we would need Jag to be cool with this in order to do it. This has to be a team move, blah, 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 blah. So Cameron, one of Jag's big arguments is that Blue is targeting Corey, let them go after each other, blah, blah, blah. But Cameron does not trust that Blue would actually have the guts to take the shot at Corey if she were to win HOH. And Cameron's like, we have to take the shot at the kid now, right? Let's just get it done. If we do it this week, we don't have to worry about it in the future. It's done. So Cameron, again, is pushing, we need to take Corey out, and he's telling Matt, we need to keep this under wraps for now. We don't need this getting out, or else we can't do it. All right. Corey is unaware that all of this scheming is going on behind his back. He is blissfully unaware. He's having a freaking Lunchables date with America in the backyard. Oh my God. They're talking about how they feel good with Cameron. They don't feel like they even need to target him next week, right? They want to keep him around for a bit longer. Oh my God. This is ridiculous. So Corey says, I feel like Cameron is good for us in this game. Okay. Wake up, dude. Oh my God. So then Matt checks in with Sari, and he hints to Sari that Cameron might use the power veto this week and put up Corey as the replacement nominee. So Sari is thrilled to hear this, right? She promises she's not going to tell anybody, right? My lips are sealed. And And they're just so excited, right? She wants to get revenge for Jared. And Matt is saying, this is great. This is great for me, you, and Blue. We take out Corey. Blue's going to be happy with us. And if she wins HOH, she's going to target Cameron next. And that's even better for us. So these two are pumped just thinking about it. And it was looking like the backdoor move could actually happen. But then here comes Jag. Matt is saying to Jag, look, we could get Corey out this week. Everyone's going to be targeting Cameron next week. It's amazing. But Jag does not want that. He's worried that once those two big targets are gone, everyone's going to be looking at them next, right? The two of them, two biggest targets. So Jag is pushing back hard against Matt. He's saying, if we take out Corey, yeah, that's a good move for Blue, but not for us, right? Once Cameron's out of here too, Blue's going to be targeting us. So Matt brings this back to Cameron. Not that Cameron's going to be the next target, but that Jag is not on board with getting Corey out this week. And Cameron's very frustrated that Jag is not buying in on their plan. So Cameron tells Matt, there's got to be something else going on here. Why is he so resistant to this? Jag must have some sort of alliance going on with Corey. I mean, don't they have some like BS alliance of Jag, Corey, and America called like the Unreliables or something? I don't know how serious that is, but Jag is definitely super attached to Corey and America. So Cameron's like, why else would Jag be trying to protect Corey so much? That's a very good point. It's a very good point. And Cameron is telling Matt, you know what? Even if Jag's not okay with it, I'm going to take the shot anyway. I'm going to freaking do this. And Matt's like, yeah, let's do it. Like, he'll get over it. It's fine. So then the feeds went down for a few hours for Cameron's special screening of the new Exorcist movie. And he picked Matt, Jag, and Blue to join him. He's not very strategic in these choices, right? He's just picking his pals. But I think he was going to pick Bowie with Matt and Jag, but she was like, no, I'm good. So he picked Blue instead. Not even trying to hide how close he is with Matt and Jag. But anyway, later after the movie screening, Jag is still pushing against Corey going up on the block. And now in this conversation with Jag, Cameron, and Matt, we've actually got Matt now siding with Jag again. I think he honestly just gave up, right? He saw that Jag is not budging on this. He doesn't want to risk messing things up with Jag. So now Matt is like, yeah, let's get Felicia out. Let Corey and Blue go after each other. So they're arguing also, if Corey were to win HOH next week, they're saying if he was going to target you, he would need our blessing to do that, right? And we would not give him our blessing, so you don't have to worry. Sure. So anyway, Jag is insisting that Corey is not targeting Cameron anyway. And again, it's unbelievable, but it is true. Corey's number one target at the moment is Blue and then Cameron. Yeah, so they convince Cameron to leave the nominations the same. Cameron folds. He's like, shit, I guess we're just leaving the noms. We're going to get out Felicia. And he makes it known that he is doing this for them. He wants to take Corey out, but he's like, I'm trusting you guys. I'm making this move for you. I hope this is not going to like come back to bite me. We'll see. Okay, so that was all yesterday. This morning, Felicia made a bonkers pitch to America. Okay, Felicia's pitching like, wouldn't it be awesome if it was all women in the final four? Okay, sure. Yeah, that's fun, right? I don't think we've really seen that before. But the other half of this pitch, Felicia wants America to go to Cameron and try to persuade him to use the power of veto and put Corey up on the block. What? She wants America to try and get her showmance on the block? What is this? So America's like, yeah, I don't want to throw Corey under the bus. I don't think I'm going to do that. Also, she does not think that Cameron would put one of the other guys up on the block. So this was dumb. But anyway, Cameron has a chat with Corey today. And Cameron is going along with Jag's plan to try and get Blue and Corey to target each other. So Cameron is throwing Blue under the bus hard to Corey, telling Corey, hey, Blue was practically begging for you to be backdoored this week. She really wanted me to use the veto and put you up on the block. So, I mean, yeah, Corey already knows that Blue is after him and he is after Blue, but this whole thing is making Corey feel really sketched out by Matt and Jag because he's wondering, why am I hearing this from Cameron and not Matt and Jag? Right? These two are supposed to be super close to me. I'm sure Blue told them what she wants. You know, if she's being that open with Cameron, she must have told them too. So why are they not telling me? Uh-oh. Anyway, they had the power veto ceremony, and as expected, Cameron did not use the power veto. Felicia and Mimi remain up on the block, and apparently there was some drama. I don't know if it happened during the ceremony or right after, but it was definitely before the feeds came back. And apparently, Felicia called out Corey and possibly also America. For what? I think it had something to do with the Final Four that they were supposed to have with Mimi. And America and Felicia started fighting and yelling at each other. And apparently Corey just like ran away because he didn't want to be a part of it. Oh my God. So I'm looking forward to seeing all that. As of now, Felicia will be leaving on Thursday. Maybe. Jag has already floated out the idea to Matt to potentially keep Felicia this week. We'll see if anything comes of that. He kind of backed off of it already, but I'm sure with this cast, we'll have lots of flip-flopping leading up to Thursday. We've got 3 days left until the eviction, so who knows what could happen. Hello.
I'm so disappointed.
I know, right? Oh, so close to a crazy move, and it's snatched away by Jag.
Damn it.
Jag is just so loyal to Corey.
His gameplay is not good.
No. I really think it would have been in his best interest for Corey to go.
Yeah.
The sad thing is that Jag is so loyal to Corey, but Corey is not that loyal.
Throw him away.
Yeah.
Throw him in the garbage.
Of course, he doesn't want Matt and Jag to leave just yet, but if they were taken out, he would not be that upset about it. And he said that in one of his camera talks. Also, camera talks with Corey. He also said between Matt and Jag, he would prefer for Jag to leave first.
Ouch.
Oh my God, it hurts. Oh, Jag.
Wow, unrequited big brother love.
Yeah, so that's where we're at. I want to thank all today's super chatters because you're all amazing and we really appreciate it. So let me just switch this over. Okay, so Wendy Will. Oh, hi. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. Camila Gamba, thank you so much for the generous super chat. Camila says, oh, hi. Much love from Billy and I. Much love right back at you. Susan Pengilly, thank you so much as always. Is that... Oh, it's a cup of coffee that says tired. I don't drink coffee, but I feel that. I feel freaking exhausted today, trying to catch up on all the craziness from this weekend.
You get to go home to your house today.
Yes, I'm going home to my apartment tonight. My house sitting and pet sitting stint has ended. But thank you again, Susan. Mark Pirjalo, thank you so much for the super chat. Angela H, thank you so much. Angela says, disappointed in Felicia's behavior towards Corey. She doesn't even realize America Corey saved her from being evicted over Izzy. Thank you again, as always. I don't know exactly what she was trying to accomplish with that call out. Shouldn't she be trying to get votes at this point and not calling out people that are not up on the block next to her? That doesn't make sense to me. I don't know what she was thinking there, but I would love to hear some insight from her. And yeah, they really were the ones. Bowie, what are you doing? They really were the ones who flipped the vote to save her that week. So it's sad. Bowie's pushing my chair. True Teddy, thank you so much. And True Teddy says, I'm tired of production. First, America comes out of the DR, suddenly wanting Cam out. Then Cam gets called to the DR and comes out wanting Corey to stay instead. I did see some people talking about that, but I don't think that this was a DR influence kind of thing. I think it was really Jag pushing how much he wants Corey to stay. Because I thought Cameron came out of the diary room still wanting Corey to go. And it wasn't until after he was talking to Matt and Jag again that he changed his mind. I could be wrong, but that's what I saw. But yeah, I mean, there has definitely been production influence throughout the season for sure. Benjamin, thank you so much. Benjamin says, I'm so upset Jag ruins everything.
Yes.
He did take this away from us for sure. Sandra Morellas, thank you so much. And Sandra says, thanks for your awesome updates. Thank you for watching. We really appreciate
And
that.
for our super chat.
Yay! Thank you so much. All right, so that is where we're at.
Wow.
I really don't want to lose Felicia, but you know what? She has come back from the brink of, I was going to say extinction, the brink of eviction before. You never know what's going to happen, right? So, not that I necessarily want Mimi to leave either, but I just feel like Felicia has added so much more to the season compared to Mimi. So,
I was so excited for Mimi.
I know, but I just don't think she's like really cut out for this game. Or like
She's too good for this game.
She is, right? And her style of gameplay is just not exciting to watch. But anyway, thank you all so much for being here. We will be back tomorrow for more. Tomorrow we've got a spoiler and an episode recap.
Oh my
so
God.
it's going to be a busy day. But thank you all so much for being here. Enjoy the rest of your Monday. And until next time, much love. Bye,